दर्शितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। हरिः ओम्। ओम नमो भगवते श्री रामकृष्ण। Brother Purnanandji, dear devotees and my dear children. Today is a very important day in the life of spiritual aspirants, called GuruPurnima Day. Guru means a spiritual teacher, and Purnima means full moon. So tonight you will have full moon, and this particular day has been chosen by the ancients in India as a day dedicated for worshipping or adoring or remembering the great teachers of the mankind. We know that even in the school, when you join as a small young boy student, you have a teacher there. What is the purpose of a teacher? A teacher is supposed to teach you something, and you are supposed to learn from him something. So even in ordinary, our mundane life, there are so many things to be taught by somebody, and there are so many things that we are still learning. So there is no limit for our learning, and there is no limit for teaching also. So even at the PhD level, you require a teacher, a tutor. You require somebody to supervise you. So when these things are applicable even for the mundane activities, now think of the spiritual life, which is much, much beyond the normal physical life. So how much a teacher is essential in spiritual life. And that teacher is called Guru. Now this Guru word has been so made cheap, nowadays. They call management Guru. The man who teaches management is called management Guru. If he teaches you karate, it's called karate Guru. Yeah. So if he is teaching you music, it's called music Guru. So the Guru term has been used for even normal things also. And in India, sometimes the young boys, when they speak among themselves, they call each other as Guru. So the Guru term has been used so cheaply. But then, since we are in a holy atmosphere, you must understand, this Guru has got a particular connotation. And that connotation is with regard to spiritual life. So if anybody teaches you something about spiritual life, if anybody shows you a spiritual path, if anybody tells you how to meditate, how to take up your mental and spiritual life further, that person is called Guru. So today, why today the full moon day of this month has been chosen? It is because on this tithi, that is the face of the moon, that is the Purnima, that is full moon tithi, one great man in the ancient time was born. His name was Vyasa. He was called Vyasa Maharishi, Maharishi Vyasa, or Vyasa, Veda Vyasa. That is also another term for him, Veda Vyasa. Yes. This man say Namastu Astu Bhagavan, say I bow down to that Vyasa who has a vast mind. Vishala Buddhe, that is what our poet says. Vishala Buddhe means vast mind. Why he is called having a vast mind? Think of somebody writing a poem. If one poem is right, then people say, very good, nice poem is there. Suppose you write 20 or 40 poems, then you publish a book. Think of a man who wrote 100,000 verses. In the literature of the world, there is no other literature equivalent to this particular book, which has got 100,000 verses, which is called Mahabharata. This Mahabharata is a great epic of Hinduism. It speaks about two cousin brothers fighting for property. That is the outside meaning. But it has got deep inside spiritual meaning. And there Lord Krishna also comes there. And he gives a beautiful teachings. That's why Krishna is called Jagat Guru. Vande tam Jagat Guru Krishna. Like that we say. So the Jagat Guru he is a Jagat Guru. He is a Guru for the entire universe. And Krishna speaks that Bhagavad Gita. And that Gita class is being taken here every Tuesday by Brother Purnananji. If you are interested in Gita, you must come there every Tuesday evening, 8 to 9. Only 1 hour. But you can learn a lot about Gita. What that Gita teaches. So because a Guru is supposed to teach spiritual life principles. And those principles are enshrined in that wonderful book called Gita. In short, we call it Gita. The full name is Srimad Bhagavad Gita. Now, when the Guru starts teaching, what does he teach? He gives you a mantra. There is lot of things to be talked about this mantra. Any word cannot become a mantra unless that word is realized by that Guru. If a saint realizes a particular a string of words, then that string of words become or a sentence, and that sentence becomes a mantra. What is the meaning of mantra? Manana trayate iti mantra. Manana, by repeatedly doing meditation, by repeatedly cogitating, by repeatedly thinking of that, it takes you beyond. It makes you transcend, cross you over. What is that cross you over? We just now sang beautiful songs here. That Sharanam, Guru Sharanam.
Guru Stotram.
Manasa Bhajare
Guru
Guru Sharanam. Guru Charanam, that is Guru's feet. You worship. Manasa means mentally you worship. The next line says, Dustara Bhavasagara Taranam. What is Bhavasagara? Bhavasagara is the ocean of worldliness. What is worldliness? And can compare to or in opposition to spirituality? The worldliness is you are coming again and again to this world. I am born now, I will die. Again I am coming to this world. Again I have some years of life, say it is 60 years, 50 years, or 80 years, or even 100 years you stay. Again I have to die. Then again I have to rebirth. So this taking birth and death again and again called a cycle. It moves on like that. And suddenly one day you realize, hey, what I am doing? I am dying and I am taking birth. I want to put a stop to this. How do you put a stop to this? You have to come out from this cycle. Then you search for a person who can guide you, and that guide is called Guru. So one who takes you about beyond the cycle of birth and death is called Guru. And how he does? He gives a mantra to the disciple and tells the disciple, I have given you a mantra today, and you start doing repetition. Means japa. It's called japa. Go on doing japa in your mind all the time. Whatever you are doing, work, physically whatever you are doing, work, okay, you do. But the mind should go on repeating the mantra. Then the mantra has got the capacity to take you beyond this cycle of birth and death. That's why it is very important that mantra should not be forgotten. Some people come and tell me, oh Swamiji, I got Diksha from such and such Swami, and today I have forgotten the mantra. And what I will do? So we guide them how to get back the mantra. So there are methods are there to get back the mantra. Now you find this Guru who is giving a mantra is telling you two things happening when you take the initiation. The process of Guru giving mantra to the disciple, in English we call it initiation. That means a person is initiated into leading a spiritual life. So far you have been leading a religious life, not spiritual life. The moment you get mantra, that means you are going to lead from today a spiritual life. So, spiritual life means a life that is centered around spirit. Spirit means, I don't mean the ghost and ghosts, etc. Spirit means that which is within us as a divinity, which cannot be broken, which cannot be cut off, which cannot be burnt, which cannot be dried. So Gita says all these things. What is the nature of the spirit that is within me? This spirit is something eternal. It was never born and it has got no death. So when you have that spirit and understand, I am that spirit, aham brahmasmi. You start thinking, I am that spirit, then for you also there is no death. The body you may cast off this body. That is the word the yogis use. They don't say die. They say they cast off this body. As you cast off this cloth, if the cloth is torn, what you do is, you just take it out and cast off. The same way, the whole body is cast off by a yogi. So they say, how do you, they say that this mantra is very, very important. People say, why should I go to your guru and take mantra? In the modern days, you just search Google, you get all the mantras there. You want to mantra on Krishna, you want to mantra on Kali, you want to mantra on any god and goddess. And it is all there in the Google. So I can write down, I can start doing meditation on that. Yes, you can do, because the mantra has got some power. It is powerful, no doubt. But then it will not give you the full momentum of growth. I will explain to you this way, that when the process of initiation in Sanskrit, there's a beautiful word is there for that, a term. The term is said as Diksha. 2 syllables. Diksha. Di means Diyate Jnanam. One who gives knowledge. Diyate. Diyate means one who gives Jnanam, the knowledge. And Chiyate Papam. All the sins that I have committed in my life are all taken out, wiped out by the Guru. So Guru does 2 things to us. He comes to us, and in the form of a human he comes. If he comes in the form of a cow, I will not be able to understand him. Just imagine, he can come in the form of a bird. Can you understand? There was one saint in one of the scriptures, it is said, Uddhava Gita. This Uddhava goes on searching, for he has got Guru in everything. A bird is sitting, in a river and is trying to concentrate to pick up a fish. So he says, I have learned today, the bird is my Guru. He says, what did he learn? The concentration. The strength of concentration he saw. And it is so beautifully concentrating, and when the fish comes, it just goes and picks it up. So he says that for everything can teach you. And if you can learn a lesson from everything, everything becomes a Guru. But then here the Guru says, I will give you a mantra, and that mantra should be taken. And the mantra should be repeated again and again and again. If you repeat again and again and again, the mantra becomes steadily sitting in your brain. We have got brain, in the brain there are grooves are there. In our brain, grooves are made, and that is called impression. Impression, that particular idea is pressed into the brain, so in the groove, so it is called impression. So that the impression becomes strong and stronger and stronger. If you do every day the japa. If you don't do the japa and you forget the mantra, then the particular day that Guru gave you mantra, it went, he put a seed there, and the seed is lying there, uncultivated. What a terrible tragedy it is. You got such a treasure within you, and you are not cultivating the treasure. That means it is just lying there, sleeping, latent. It has got it cannot sprout. So that's why we say the devotees have got extra responsibility to repeat the mantra again and again and again. Generally, Guru says twice in a day, morning and evening, you repeat the mantra. Many people cannot do that also. Then they come and tell, oh Swamiji, we cannot do twice because we've got so much of work is there and there is no possibility to do japa like that. So what to do? Then we say, okay, at least once in a day. Can you do once in a day? Either in the early morning or before going to bed, can you do it? Some people say, oh no, that is also not. So once in a day also it's not possible. Then we say, can you do 3 times in a week? Then how far you will go there? Then once in a year will you do? But then you can do that. Well, if you choose to do it, you do it. But then, who is the loser? You are the loser.
Yes.
Because that mantra that is fallen there, it has to make a strong groove in your brain, is unable to make a groove there. It is lying there, just wasted. So a very treasurable mantra has been given to you, and that mantra is not being utilized by you, so it is wasted. Instead of that, if you do japa, japat siddhi, japat siddhi, japat siddhi, Holy Mother says 3 times, japat siddhi means by doing japa, by doing repetition of the mantra, you get siddhi, you get success. Success in what? In your career. Those are all secondary things. We are talking about spiritual life. Success in spiritual life happens if you go on thinking about that mantra again and again. So this mantra, you can say that, as I was telling you, from Google also you can take and do it, but that is not going to save us. So you have to take it from your Guru. So the necessity of a Guru has come here. And Guru he is required for us, because to transcend this life and death cycle, for that a Guru is required. Then that is required. Then for making the impression strong in our brain, you require a Guru. And then what else Guru gives you? Guru gives you the power. If you read a book, and in the book it is written, Om Namah Shivaya, a mantra is written. So you have taken from that book and you start doing Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. Suddenly you will find you are losing interest in the mantra. You are not able to do japa. Mind is terribly upset. Why this happens? It is because you are not taken from a Guru. If you are taken from a Guru, when the Guru gives the mantra, he infuses within you a power. The power that he has accumulated by doing japa. So he has been doing all the time japa. So when that type of Guru gives you, so the Guru must be highly evolved. A Guru must be very well venerated. Is an absolutely blemishless character. That type of person you take Diksha. Then what happens? The Guru's power also is infused within you. And that power stands when you are feeling very tired, when you are feeling not willing to do japa. At that time, the power comes and pushes. So it gives a push to you. That's why, third point, the Guru is required. Without Guru, this pushing is not possible. And now I come to the point of these deities. Different deities are there. You know that one great book, that Philokolia, a Russian book, a Christian, a Russian. He was walking and doing pilgrimage in all over Russia at that time. At that time, he used to do a mantra. He had a rosary. Simple mantra, only 2 words, Hail Mary. That was the mantra. And with that, he was doing that. And he was going to place after place. And he explains there what type of experiences that he had. It's a wonderful book to read. And you can understand it's almost equivalent to the Hindu form of progress in spiritual life. Every religion has got its own methods, and those methods you adopt it, you must be 100% faithful to that method. So when you adopt a particular method for your spiritual life, then don't go after that here and there. It's no use. Sri Ramakrishna says very beautifully, one man went and dug in his garden. 10 feet, no water was there. So he went another 5 feet distance, again 10 feet, no water. In another place he dug 10 feet, no water. Then somebody came, what is your problem? He said, I'm not getting water. He said, okay, here you dig 30 feet. Then he dug 30 feet, the water was there. So Sri Ramakrishna says, once you decided who is your Guru, once you have decided what is your path, don't swerve from that. Don't go away from that. Keep that as your. So 10 feet, 10 feet, 10 feet, 3 places you dig and then you don't get water. But instead of that, in one place you dig for 30 feet and you get the water. So Sri Ramakrishna says, keep your nishtha. He says nishtha, one-pointed attention to your life. And then only that can take you somewhere. On GuruPurnima day, we always think of these things. Why? And we tell the congregation also. Because these are the things that we generally normally do not speak on other classes unless the subject comes. That's why I tell the devotees, when you come to ashram, sit with the Swamis and speak on spiritual subjects. Then what happens? Then you also get enlightened, and the person who is speaking also get thoughts are taken up, and that you will be able to hand it over to you. So a guru is essential. Now, in one place in Calcutta, our President Maharaj was admitted in a hospital. So I was in charge of the administration of the hospital at that time. So one lady came to me, just in a room. She was completely in tears. And then I asked her to take a seat. She sat there. I said, why mother you are so much of tears? Said, I went to the ICU to see the President Maharaj, who is my Guru. And you know, when I saw him, I could not stand the situation there. I said, what has happened? You are taking full care of him. Our doctors are there, nurses are there, other staffs are there. Everybody is giving full attention to him. And I go 3 times, 4 times to that ICU and see everything is okay or not. So nothing has been neglected. Your Guru is well taken care of. He said, no, I'm not talking about that. You are all taking care of him. But what I saw is, he has got some wires coming from nose, from mouth, and from here, there, and the heart. Everywhere machines are put. And he is, as if he is in coma, he is lying there. Swamiji, why my Guru is suffering? That was the question. I said, okay, now you get little peace. I will tell you the answer. But will you be able to take the answer from me? She said, yes, I want to know why my Guru is suffering. He is such an advanced soul, highly evolved in spirituality, and he is suffering in body so much. Why he should suffer? I said, the simple reason for his suffering is you are the cause. I said, she was stunned. But I am the cause. I am one of the thousands and thousands of devotees of the Guru. How can I be the cause for his suffering? I said, yes. Like you and like you, there are many devotees who took mantra from the Guru and never did the japa. So when you take mantra from a Guru and neglect your japa, then what happens? All your things, all your minus things, negative things will go and come, instead of getting dissolved by the God's grace, they will go and attack the Guru, and the Guru falls. You must always be careful about it. So I told the lady, you see, then I asked her, Guru has told you twice in a day, do you do? She said, not all days. Then some weeks also you have not done? Yes. Some months? sometimes. So you are neglected. And when you neglect this type of instructions, then what will happen? The Guru has to suffer. When Holy Mother, Sri Sarada Devi, in the night after 12 o'clock, she would sit on her bed. You know, in Calcutta, lot of mosquitoes are there. So there is a mosquito net is there. If you go to Calcutta, please carry mosquito net. Sometimes in the hotel also they don't give, and mosquitoes will trouble you. So mosquito net, she is sitting there. And then her disciple or her sevika, she was sitting in the next room. She got up or something and she heard some sound. You know, when you move the beads like this, so the bead is moving around like this, at that time it gives a sound. Chak, chak, like this, some sound is coming. So this lady thought, oh, Holy Mother is not doing japa, let me go and see. So when she came and removed that mosquito net, she saw Holy Mother sitting there and doing japa. Then this lady asked Holy Mother, Mother, is doing japa necessary for you? Your Guru was Sri Ramakrishna, who was Brahman itself, who Parabrahma Ramakrishna. Parabrahman has come in the form of Ramakrishna. And he was your husband, and he was your Guru also. And you have been initiating hundreds and hundreds of devotees. Why it is necessary for you to do japa? And then we devotees consider you as a divine mother herself. The divine Shakti, the power, has come in the form of a female form. And then you are that. So why do you require do these practices? You don't require any spiritual practice. Then Holy Mother said, my dear daughter, there are many people who come to me and ask for diksha. So I give diksha to them out of compassion. Sometimes they are not fit for having diksha. You know, anybody coming cannot have diksha, you know that. So when we want to give diksha, we want to test, we want to see, and we want to know exactly you are proper person or not to receive that diksha. So Holy Mother says, without any discrimination, I have given mantra to many, many people so that they can get improved their life. And I found that many do not do japa at all. And if they don't do japa, what will happen? They will get amangal. They will not get proper things in the life. So they will have some negativity will come on them. So to remove that, I am sitting here and doing japa for those devotees who have neglected their japa. Even in that age, you see, in that old age, mother used to sit in the dead of the night and do japa, only to save those devotees. So Guru takes the responsibility of his disciple. That is the fourth reason why a Guru is required. Your responsibility, you are ensuring your progress, that responsibility is taken by the Guru. That means how much responsibility he takes for you and you are neglecting it. That is very bad. That cannot be. So we must understand that Guru is such an important aspect in your spiritual life. Fifth point I want to tell you, the Guru and disciple relationship is for eternity. You may just smile and I say for eternity. If you don't believe in the previous birth and the future birth. We have been taking births, so many births we have already taken. And till we realize God, till we become one with God, we are going to take another hundreds and thousands of births we do not know. God only knows how many births we are going to take. And the Guru is taking the responsibility. And with all that, that Guru is going to guide you. And how wonderful it will be if you can continue to do the japa without fail. That is very important. So, when he has got a responsibility, as a disciple, don't you have a responsibility? This is the point that we have to understand. You see, we all say, oh, I am searching for a good Guru, somebody Sadguru, somebody said. Sadguru means a good Guru. I said, where you will search for a Guru? Tulsidas says, you don't need to search for a Guru. when you are ready, the Guru comes automatically to you. He comes to you. So you don't need to go and search in the world. Where is my Guru? Where is my Guru? Some people go like that. They go around all the places and then they come back without any Guru. Because they didn't find a proper Guru. Why? It is because the fifth point that I was to tell you, you should not think Guru as a human being. Who is a Guru? Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo, Maheshwara. Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwara. All the three put together, embodied, together in one form it comes, and that is Guru. But then you may say, how is it that there are hundreds and hundreds of Gurus? Sometimes more than the disciple Gurus numbers are. Every street has got a Guru. How is it? Whatever may be the number, we are not concerned about the false Gurus. You know, there are false Gurus also there. There are good Gurus out there. So Sri Ramakrishna makes a fun. Once he went to his toilet in that village, in the Trineswar. And then, while going there, he heard a sound of a frog. And the frog was the sound is becoming very weak. Not actually when the frog, what it does?
Croaks.
When a frog croaks, then the sound is very full sound comes. But this sound was, I think some obstruction was there in its croaking. So Ramakrishna thought, definitely one snake has caught it. And it is keeping it in his mouth. So it is croaking less. So he went for the toilet and while coming back, he found the same croaking, but the croaking is much less. But still it is croaking. Then he went and just looked at that. There was a bush, found out, really a frog was there, and the frog was taken by a snake, and the snake is keeping it in his mouth. And the frog is big, snake is small. Sri Ramakrishna says, if you get a false Guru, what is the situation? Like that frog situation. Neither the frog is able to swallow it, nor it is able to spit it out because it has got the greediness to eat the frog. Neither it is able to spit it out, nor it is able to swallow. Both of them are suffering now. As a result of getting a false Guru, the frog is also suffering and the snake also is suffering. But he says, in that snake is a rattlesnake. He saw the snake and identified it. Oh, it was a rattlesnake. And then he's telling his disciples, look, if only at that place a cobra was there. That cobra, in 3 croakings, the frog would have been finished. So a good Guru comes in the tradition of the parampara, the tradition, and he is like the cobra. Cobra. So cobra can finish off the frog in 3 croakings, that's all. So like that one must have, you have received a good Guru and you have got good direction. Then how much it is necessary. And if you think that the Guru is only a human being, then you are making a false judgment. Sri Ramakrishna says, who is Guru? He is answering, Sachidananda E Guru. In Bangla language, that E means for double emphasis. Eta E, I mean both the like that we say that, no? The E is that is emphasis. So Sri Ramakrishna gives the emphasis. Sachidanand, in English we have translated as Sachidanand alone is Guru. So who is Guru? Sachidanand, the Supreme God, comes in the form of a Guru to me. Because I cannot understand Guru in any other form other than a human form. So in a particular human form he comes to me, and to you in another particular form he comes, and to that person he comes in another particular form. All Gurus are to be revered, to be adored, not to be spoken ill of. So from our mind we should not commit that mistake. So all the Gurus are different forms of the Supreme God. The Supreme God has taken the form and is coming before you as Guru. That means you see, the universe is, that's why you say, Akhanda Mandala Karam Vyaptam Yena Characharam. That Supreme governing, the Supreme Spirit, which is pervading the entire universe, whether it is moving or stationary, Characharam, whether it is moving or unmoving. And Akhanda Mandala Karam, it has become pervaded the everything in the whole universe, that highest supreme spirit is shown to me. Tatpadam darshitam yena is shown to me by whom? Yena means by whom? By whom? That Guru tasmai. That Guru I bow down. So with these few words, I welcome and I am so happy to meet all of you on this holy day that you are coming here. So this is a day for remembering our teacher who has given us mantra and how much reverence we should have in our mind about our teacher. When you go home, you take a few thoughts and then in the night, because it is a full moon night, if you can get up at least for 1 hour in the night sometime, either at 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 12 o'clock, whatever it is, even 6 o'clock, then you can sit and do the japa of your mantra. It's a great, say, on other days when you do japa, suppose X unit of result will come to you. On GuruPurnima night, if you do japa, that X result multiplied by 1,000 times. What a great, wonderful day has come to us. We never knew that. We never wanted that. We never asked for that. But the day has come to us on its own. So what a great opportunity for us. So with these few words, I now request Guru and give this.